Okay, so now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go ahead and give my who I believe is gonna win this week. Okay, so you might see me look away from the camera, but it's just look at the paper, see who exactly is playing. But I will give you my updates and see how I did. Okay, so for Sunday's games, I have Giants beating Tampa Bay. I believe the Giants are going to come out and they're going to be strong this week. I believe that last week was just a patch-up week for the Giants. So much off time. I believe that they're going to come out and they're going to be strong and they're going to play as a team. It was disappointing watching them play the Cowboys and lose to the Cowboys. But you know what? It's the beginning of the season. It's only the first game. You know, I have faith in the Giants. So I'm going to say the Giants beat Tampa Bay. And I will say they beat them 28-14. That's going to be the only game I will give you the score to. Every other one I would just tell you who's going to win. I'm going to say New Orleans is going to beat Carolina. New Orleans came out last week and they were sloppy. Very sloppy. They didn't play as a team. Point blank, we all know New Orleans. We all know the Saints. We know what they're capable of week after week. I'm going to say New England over Arizona. Patriots, fuck Tom Brady. Period. Point blank. I have nothing to say about them. Fuck Tom Brady. Fuck the Patriots. Period. They're Boston. Who the fuck likes Boston? I'm going to say Indianapolis over Minnesota. Indianapolis, they got that new quarterback, Luck, which I watched the game last week. I don't know if many of you got to watch the game last week. But I watched the game last week, and you know what? For a rookie quarterback to come out and do exactly what he did, besides getting a win, was terrific. Watching him go out there and throw that ball the way he threw the ball to receivers he really did not know. You know, this is his first year playing with these receivers. He don't know them. You know, to watch him throw this ball and to watch him work in that pocket, it was amazing. I seen the whole game, even though the Colts lost. I still believe in Andrew Luck. I'm going to take Philadelphia over Baltimore, but that's an up and down. I would take Baltimore over Philadelphia as well, but I'm going to take Philadelphia over Baltimore just because Michael Vick. I believe, you know, he's becoming back to the player that he was in the 2000s when he played before this dogfighting incident. You know, Michael Vick is a man. There's plenty of people today that we watch that you know do dogfighting and just don't get in trouble for. Who the fuck is to say Michael Vick ain't the same person? You know, we have to respect him as a person. You know, we make mistakes in our lives, but I believe that Michael Vick is going to turn it around. So for that game, I say Philadelphia versus Minnesota. Philadelphia would win. Kansas City, I'm going to say Kansas City over Buffalo. I don't have much to say about that game. I'm going to say Cleveland over Cincinnati. I don't have much to say about that as well. Houston at Jacksonville. You know what? I'm going to say Houston, but I think Jacksonville has a stronger team than Houston does. They're more lined up defensive-wise. I believe, you know, defenses win games. If you can't stop an opponent, you can't win the game. Point blank, whether your offense scores or not, you can't stop an opponent, you can't win the game. I believe Houston has that defense. Houston has that motivation to come out there and do what they have to do. I'm going to say Seattle over Dallas. I believe Dallas got lucky last week. There is a DeMarcus Ware will not be playing today. He does have a hamstring problem, as well as Hakeem Nicks for the Giants does have a little knee problem. I did see him just stretching it out. I think he will play today, but as far as DeMarcus Ware, he is out, hamstring problem. I'm going to say Oakland over Miami because I watched Oakland's game last week, and phenomenal effort by Oakland. Phenomenal ball control. I say they come out victorious, and I say they show the fucking Miami what they have. Now, Miami is strong. Miami does have a few players that I would recommend Oakland watching for. But I'm going with Oakland on this one. Washington at Seattle. I'm going to say Washington just because they got that new quarterback. I don't really know his name, but you know what? Fuck him. Anyway, they're in the Giants division. I don't really much care about them. Okay. Fuck him. The third. Whatever he wants to call himself. Fuck him. Okay. Yeah. Fuck him. I'm going to go with Tennessee. Matter of fact, I'll go with San Diego over Tennessee. Just because San Diego Chargers, they are a strong team. I'm going to go with the Jets. This is a tough one. And if I can get you guys to comment on this, if you watch the full video, if I can get you to comment on this, I would love to hear what you have to say. But this game right here is New York Jets versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, me being a Giants fan, I cannot root for another New York team. It's like me being a Yankee fan. Let's go Yankees versus the Rays today. We are one game over the Baltimore Orioles. Let's go Yankees. All right. I'm going to say Pittsburgh because they showed a good game last week. They lost that game by an interception. They had the opportunity to tie that game in the fourth quarter, and they lost it with an interception. I'm going to say Pittsburgh over the Jets. I don't feel like Tim Tebow and Mark Sanchez is going to do much against that front line that the Pittsburgh Steelers has. Well, against the running game that they also have, I don't think they're going to do much to stop that running game. I'm also going to say for the last game, which is at 8:20 tonight, I'm going to say San Francisco over Detroit, simply because San Francisco, to me, has the number one offense. San Francisco, to me, has the number one defense. They went out there and they last week I got to watch the game versus the Green Bay Packers, and they went out there, they showed their asses off. Who's to say that this is not just a fluke? The fucking last year, if everybody recalls, there was a punt, overtime punt, and the Giants wound up recovering the punt in a playoff game, which is a crucial game. Who's to say they don't have another year like that? I don't know. I cannot, predict what's going to happen in the next 15 to 14 weeks. But I will tell you that I do know the San Francisco 49ers does have it. They're fucking amazing. And I'm a Giants fan, but you know what? The 49ers are a very good team, and they play like a good team. With that being said, I believe the 49ers. Let's see. Monday night, is Denver and Atlanta. Now listen, guys, Denver really make it as far as what they made it last year. Besides when they had Elway, they made it all the way. But I've never seen them make it besides what they made it last year. I will say this. I believe Denver is going to win. With them having Peyton Manning as a quarterback, he knows how to deal with that team, period. He's experienced. And Denver is a team to watch. Denver is a team to be on an upset alert. Peyton Manning, he's always been that number one quarterback. He always will be that number one quarterback. I say Denver for this game. With that being said, my name is Armando, and I approve this message. Please, guys, go ahead and vote. Tune into my YouTube channel, which is KINGRICO 2011 at yahoo.com. I have a video up there that's pretty hilarious. It's called Killing a Box. Please tune in and watch the video, comment. It'll be huge for me to have as many supporters as possible on my YouTube. I'm trying to establish a YouTube channel here. So please, guys, watch my videos, log in, tune in. I will be doing this next Sunday as well. But for that being said, I think it's going to be an amazing Sunday. I think, as far as the teams that are going to produce, I believe in every single team that I will say that I will at least get every team that I picked wrong. But I will say that it's going to be an amazing game. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful Sunday.